Welcome to Comes Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. So, I'm pretty excited. Wow, 2 hours and 24 minutes. I didn't realize it was that long. Heads up, it is that long. I now know that the original was pretty long too. And here's how I know, because I can't remember what happened at the end of Den of Thieves to create Den of Thieves 2. So, like a lot of you, I went and I watched my own review of... I'm the fourth person to watch it, by the way. 3 people viewed my original movie review of Den of Thieves, and that's wow. Okay, so 9 minutes long. All I got out of it was like heat and the town. Anyway, so, you know, I'm going to try and make my reviews a little bit more impactful. Big Nick is back on the hunt in Europe after closing in on Donnie, who is embroiled in the treacherous world of diamond thieves and the infamous Panther Mafia as they plot a massive heist of the world's largest diamond exchange. So, alright, Donnie, who is played by O'Shea Jackson, Nick is Gerard Butler, so they're reprising their roles. I don't know who else. Anyway, but I gave it an 8. Den of Thieves was an 8, which is fantastic. Pablo Schreiber, he was in the original. So was 50 Cent. And if I remember correctly, I mean, there's some other people on it too. Evan Jones, I remember him being in it. 50 Cent scene. Another one of the best scenes ever. It's funny, I just talked about Jack Reacher, one of the scenes in there. One of the best. 50 Cent scene when that kid shows up to go to the prom with his daughter and he tucks the condom back in and then walks him into the garage where all his boys are. Phenomenal. One of the greatest scenes of all times. Anyway, I'm going to check it out. It's going to be a long one, so I'll try and keep my reviews exciting, thrilling, and worthwhile watching. So stick around. Hopefully this will be better. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. And if you don't listen to much of my review, listen to this. I would strongly recommend, if you were a fan of the first one and you're like me, I mean that was 7 years ago. Watch that first, then come back and visit this, like as closely as you can. I think that would help me enjoy this film a lot more. I mean, I forget what I watched 7 hours ago, let alone 7 years ago. I know I liked it. I think I gave it an 8. So I really enjoyed that film, but I couldn't remember the relationship between Gerard Butler's and Shea O'Shaughnessy. Their characters, right? And that's instrumental in this film. Let me tell you. So, yeah, I want to make sure I'm saying the names right. That's instrumental. Knowing that, coming off of the other film will set you right up for watching this film, and I think you'll love it 100% more, in my opinion. So, if you don't listen to anything else I say, go do that, then watch this one, and I think you'll like it. For me, I did enjoy it a lot. I thought it was good. I thought it was, you know, I enjoy the heist stuff. You know, how they think through all the intricate stuff to make this all happen, right? So the plot is, it picks up where the first one left off. If you don't remember, O'Shea's character is in London planning a diamond heist, and this is this. So we see a little bit more about the setup for all of this, and you know, he's putting a crew together, and he's got help, and you know, we got people from all different nationalities, and they're gonna go into the diamond district in, I think, France, right, and rob this place. Okay, and it's all set up, and everything's gonna go. Well, in comes Gerard Butler, right? Who was the cop in the first one, chasing him and his crew. Merriweather was actually the head of the crew, for the most of the film. But O'Shea's character. If you haven't seen the first one yet, I apologize. But yeah, well. Don't be watching a review for the second one if you haven't seen the first one. Anyway, O'Shea's character is in London, as I already mentioned, and so he. Fresh off, he sees what's going on, he sees some things on headlines and realizes, oh, Shay might be in London, and he goes there. And so he's kind of chasing him down, is what it appears to be. And so that's your kind of movie. You want to see the heist, you want to see what's going on. Are they going to get away with it? Are they going to get caught? Whatever. And now I have to speak a little bit more openly about it. So if you haven't seen this one yet, I'm not going to ruin the ending, but I do want to talk more openly about it. So I'll try not to ruin the ending. But spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, I have to talk. So he comes over you know, as a cop, and you're thinking, you know, he meets even with the French police and walks away, and then I'm like, okay, he wants to do it on his own, and then he goes in and he meets O'Shea's character, and he's like, I want to be part of your crew. So right there, I mean, that point to me was like, no, I'm not buying that, you know, way. Okay, they try and work it in to be like, that's what they need to get into the vault, right? They need a cop, an actual cop. So this is actually going to work, right? So that makes sense. But they put complete trust in him. Like, for me, that didn't make any sense. No way somebody of O'Shea's brilliance, his character in this, you know, what he did in the first one, should be translating into this one and can see through all that, or set up the failsafe. Like, okay, I don't know if I believe you, trust you, but I still do need you, so I'm going to do this and do that and that. So none of that happened. They put their blind trust in an actual cop to think that they're going to go through all this. And, okay, and they do throw something here at the end that makes it a little bit more fun, right? And that's cool, because everything else just seemed like, okay, this is so transparent. I could see through this entire film. You know where it's going to go, and it goes there. And then they hit you with something a little extra, which helps, and sets us up for Den of Thieves 3 meets Fast and the Furious. This is what I think they should do. A little crossover event, right? I don't know. Because, you know, it kind of reminded me of Fast and the Furious, and like I said, Heat, and, you know, every other movie, The Town, and everything else that we've seen. You know, the heist movies, which is great. But, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been better if O'Shea's character sees through it, gets what he needs from him, but sets up that back door to be like, yeah, nobody's hurt, nobody's boom, but I'm fresh, free and clean, and that's how I get away, or something like that. I don't know. Didn't like it, him getting, like, duped by that. One of the other things that I liked about this film, which obviously, I did like the film, I liked the camaraderie humor, you know, between the two of them. I like that. I don't know, I think that also the two guys leaving the crew and then coming back, I get it, I like it, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't developed enough, I don't think. I mean, that what they did, but I don't know. I just think he would have thought, like, hey, if some two guys get aggravated and leave, and they already know your whole plan, you should do something to make sure that they're not going to interfere, or you should at least be aware that this is a possibility. I don't know. It feels like, you know, for what I was expecting from his character, he didn't follow through. He just, I don't know. Maybe he's not that much of a mastermind, and he just got lucky in the first one, and it doesn't translate into future wealth. So, you know what I mean? I think there's just so many holes for that aspect of it. You know, as you know, normally I talk more about the plot line, the characters, the development, all that stuff. Not so much about the cinematography. Yeah, well, hey, great job acting. But there you go. That's what I got. I don't know if I was helpful at all. Fun film. Gotta watch it if you watched the first one. Again, watch the first one right before you watch this one. You'll enjoy it more. And I'm sure you've already seen it. So I don't know why I'm saying that, because if you have already seen it, if you didn't, I just spoiled a lot for you. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully it was helpful. At least I had fun. Kimmel's Irish.